Mariano Agmi with the final bell, and I am joined by WBC US Silver Featherweight Champion King Kevin Walsh. Kevin, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Another day in paradise, man. Another day on the job.
So Kevin, like first thing I was thinking about when thinking about interviewing you is you've beaten your Massachusetts rival Irvin Gonzalez, and then you beat a Rhode Island rival in Ricky Del Santos, and now we get a Connecticut one in Tramaine Williams. You're pretty much cleaning out the competition in New England, right? When it comes to the featherweight divisions, with plural.
Yeah, guess so.
Yeah, yeah. It's because it seems like you're moving up and down in weight, but anyone who's in any of those categories, you seem to be fighting.
Yeah,
Good thing. It's creating these really good regional, exciting fights, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
maybe we start there. Like, walk me through the Ricky Dos Santos fight because it was I would say that was the fight of the night for sure. A couple months ago in February.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a great fight. Ricky's tough.
Yeah,
I knew he was gonna come to fight, and I knew he was underestimating me though at the same time, because like I said before the fight, we sparred a year prior to the fight, and he
right.
kind of got the better of me. But that was a year prior, and if anybody that knows me knows that I'm constantly accelerating, getting better and better and better. So he
Yeah.
definitely slept on me, and yeah, I got the better of him for sure. Absolutely, ended up hurting him and knocking him out for sure.
Yeah, one of the things that I was really surprised by is you hit him at a certain point and it looked like, like it was one of those knockout, it was like a complete knockout where he fell face first and somehow he was able to get up and continue fighting. And I think he lasted another round, right?
Yeah, he did. Yep, yep.
Were you surprised by that? The fact that the way he fell and then he was able to fight back?
Yeah, I mean, not that I was surprised. I mean, he's a warrior. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is a warrior's world. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to him. I wasn't really surprised. I knew he was gonna give it everything he got. And even though he got up, but he was still out of it. So
Yeah.
that's why I got him out of there. The very next round, the beginning of the next round, I got him out of there because he was still hurt from that knockdown.
Yeah. Yeah. But definitely showed a lot of toughness on his side and on your side.
Absolutely.
You were able to adjust once again because I feel like you did that in the Irvin Gonzalez fight now, and then you did it again with Ricky.
Yeah.
And you seem to rise to the occasion. Like these are tougher opponents. Just looking on paper at least, these are tougher opponents, and you seem to be rising to the occasion and finishing the fights conclusively in the end, right? With a knockout statement.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. I feel like that's what the people like to see. And
Yeah.
I go in there, to destruct and destroy. But at the end of the day, my coaches always tell me, Kev, just go in there and box them out.
Yeah.
The knockout's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially my last two fights, that's pretty much what I did. I wasn't looking for the knockouts. They just came with that
Yeah.
with the right hand. Yeah, it came.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you're fighting the Mighty Midget. And how's training camp going for that?
It's going great, man. It's going great. Like I said, another day in the office. Just constantly accelerating, man. Just, going the rounds, sparring rounds on rounds, running miles, just doing what I gotta do, man. I don't switch up the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Never switch up the recipe because all I've been doing is winning. So I'm just
Working well.
accelerating.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you know about Tremaine?
I know that he was a very good amateur boxer.
Hmm.
Very good amateur boxer. I've seen him fight on YouTube a few times. I saw him fight for the world title against Leo Santa Cruz. Well, not Leo
Angelo
Santa.
Leo. Angelo Leo.
Angelo Leo, and that was a good fight, man. I feel like Tremaine's a good fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a great fighter. He seems like more of a counter puncher. But nah, at the end of the day, he seems like a good fighter. But
Yeah.
you know, like I always say, man, the king is here. It's my time.
Yeah. And he's going to present a different look to you, I think, just because, he's a southpaw and he's a few inches shorter than you, maybe three to 4 inches shorter than you,
Yeah.
but he has a longer reach. So it's going to be a different look. What do you think is going to be, how do you neutralize that, first of all, I guess, like based on what you've observed so far?
Um, I don't really. I don't know. I don't really know, man. Every fight's different, man. You know, every
Yeah,
fight's different. When I get in there, you know, I'll fill them out and I'll see what I got to do to beat them. Whether it's knock them out or go the distance with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for whatever. You know, I'm ready for the 10 rounds. I'm in incredible shape. I'm always in the best shape of my life every time I go out there. So you know, I'm ready for the 10 rounds, but I'm, I'm always, I got that knockout. I got that power, so it's
yeah,
most likely gonna come for sure. The knockout.
yeah. So you fought in February. How much time do you take off before you're back in the swing of things, back in the gym?
A week off, if anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
back in the gym. Yeah, I'm training. Yeah, I'm always training. It's a lifestyle for me. It's
Full
my
time job.
therapy. You know, I've been through a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. So this gym is it's my therapy. You know what I'm saying for sure.
And when you have to like find, I guess, sparring partners with like to try to mimic those physical dimensions that he has. And again, just given that he's shorter, but he has a longer reach, so it makes it a little bit complicated. Are you able to find, the right sparring as far as, southpaws that can do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't. There's never really somebody that can do the exact same thing as my opponent, but I got guys. I've been sparring with southpaws and
Mhm.
smaller guys, real strong guys. Because I feel like Tramaine, you know, he's small, but I feel like he's strong. You know, he looks like a strong kid. So, you know, I've been just boxing against, a lot of boxing with stronger opponents,
Mhm.
stronger guys, bigger guys, small but big guys.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, it's just at the end of the day, it's just another, it's gonna be a war,
Right. Right. Because you never
and I'm
know what he's gonna do, right? To try to
exactly,
change things up.
exactly. I don't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't know what I'm gonna do,
Right.
and there's so many different things that I could do in there. You know what I'm saying? I could box, I could bang, I could move my feet. I got crazy footwork,
Yeah.
when I need to. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
For sure. And I don't know, obviously it's hard to tell when you're in the ring. I don't know how much of this you can feel and hear, but the atmosphere in your last fight was tremendous. Like you can almost feel it, because both of you brought a lot of people. And I think this is going to be very similar because he's from Connecticut. Both of you are
Yeah,
going to bring a lot of people, and it's going to be super loud and intense, right? It was like kind of a
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Another fight in another opponent's backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
true. Yeah.
I love it. I love that he's gonna have a lot of people there, and of course, I always bring a lot of people, so crowd's gonna be going crazy. But to be honest, the more I fight, the less I hear that stuff.
Yeah, you probably tune it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so locked in. I don't even hear nothing.
Yeah.
Just my corner. That's it.
Oh yeah, for sure. The last time we spoke, I mentioned to you, it was kind of an observation that I kind of felt that some New England fighters seem to hate on you a little bit. Um, has I was thinking, with these wins that you've been having recently, have you noticed that that hate has changed a bit more to respect?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, big time. Yeah.
Hmm.
100%. I'm getting a lot of love from fighters now from all over New England, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? For sure, because a lot of people in the world, especially boxers from all over the world, man, they staying in tuned, and I'm definitely getting a lot of love and support out there now. That my last fight was Ricky De Los Santos, Irving Gonzalez. So yeah, I'm getting a lot more respect now.
Yeah, I guess sometimes you just got to take the respect, right? Like,
Absolutely,
and
that's
that's
it.
you've been
But that's
doing.
the way it should be, though. I guess.
Yeah,
You
for
gotta
sure.
you gotta prove yourself, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And assuming everything goes well on May 10, do you then turn your attention more to the world rankings and maybe outside of your region and trying to think about who's out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, I would like to. I would like to, go and fight some of the bigger guys out there, the bigger names out there. And
yeah,
that's definitely the plan, like ASAP for sure, man. I'm not getting any younger. So,
true, true.
my time's now. My time's now. And nobody's promised tomorrow. So let's get it on.
Yeah. And we talked about this before, but given that you've moved between, I think, three different weight classes, if you were to make that world move, which weight class do you feel most comfortable sort of going in?
Either 126 or 130. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And are there any fighters or like, champions that you're looking at that you're like, I'd like to challenge that fighter or for that title maybe?
Stephen Fulton,
Hmm.
Nick Ball.
Yeah,
Angelo Leo.
those are great fights.
Yeah, you
All
know.
three great fights, different styles, but great fights, right?
Yeah, exactly. All three of those guys, those are my weight. That's my weight right there, 126. So,
Yeah, yeah.
that's who I want at the end of the day. That's definitely who I want. That's who I'm coming for, and
Mhm.
I want those belts, and I want that respect. But as of now, I'm just staying focused on my fight, May 10th, one step at a time.
Yeah.
And I know big things are on the horizon for sure. Absolutely.
So, wish you the best on May 10, man. Anything you would like to say to your fans, that are going to come out to support you again?
Yeah, man. Just thank you guys. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for tuning in to my career and my journey. Go follow me, King Kev Boxing, Kevin Walsh on Facebook, Kevin Walsh on YouTube. Man, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, man. You guys gonna see fireworks May 10th.
Brockton's finest. Thank you, brother.
That's it. Thank you, my man.
Good luck.
Thanks.